It's that fucking time of year again, man.
I mean, it's past the time of year, but
I
we're still in the spirit.
mean,
We're still in the spirit.
sure, we're definitely still in the spirit, 100%.
Yeah.
We had our own plans, we had our own shit to do, so like, fuck it, whatever. Better late than never, to be honest.
I mean, at least we had time to watch the Home Alone movies, and now we're here to talk about them.
Weirdly enough, I remember the first two and the last one very well. Even though I just watched them a couple days ago, the other two in between are like a mix and match. So we'll see how that goes.
Of course, man.
All
Well,
right,
you want to
well,
get into it?
let's
Let's
go.
go.
Hello, and welcome to a very special 13th, aka Christmas special of the Movie Buffs. I'm your host, Mansoor.
And I'm Yurka, and today we're here to talk about the Home Alone movies. More
The
specifically,
Home Alone saga. Yeah.
yeah, most specifically the new remake and how that
Well, the
compares.
newest remake and how
Yeah,
it compares to the original two.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
But the one I think that the score will be displaying today will be the new one, right?
yeah, fair enough.
So going into this, there was a lot of shit being spoken about this film. I hate it so badly on the trailer, personally.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer. Like when I just saw the words "Home Sweet Home Alone" as a teaser, like in a cinema, like well, let's say what a month, 2 months ago, I was like, oh God, please no,
Yeah.
not another one. What's wrong with the original two? Why do you need more?
So personally, I actually think there could be more Home Alone movies, so I wouldn't be too much
Oh
against
God.
it. But I just didn't like the trailer. I didn't like how the kid looked in it, and overall, it just looked weird. Like aesthetically, it didn't give you that original Christmas vibe. Like how much the first one, the music, the aesthetic, everything just makes you feel like
It
you just wanna.
doesn't feel like it feels like like okay, so let's say Home Alone is OG Home Alone. This is like a Dollar Tree, not like Dollar Tree, but like a Walmart Home Alone, like a Home Alone just like retcon ripoff. Honestly, like that's the best way I can put
I,
it.
I'm I'm talking about the trailer. The movie was that way. Why don't you go ahead? Tell me your score.
Okay, my score honestly, because in aspect of filmmaking, it wasn't bad, but like just how it riffs on the original with like giving references. Some of the references I enjoyed. Some of them are like movie references and all that pop culture references. It was. I give it honestly a four. Like I'm.
I honestly thought this would be a way worse movie. I'm also giving it a four.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I honestly,
But it's
from the trailer, I didn't see the trailer. I just saw a teaser. I expected it to be worse, but it was.
so it's still not a great movie. That's why I give it a four. But it's kind of a weird four because I didn't mind watching it. I actually liked a lot of the concepts that they went for, you know. But the
You know what?
problems. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, sorry. No, but like one thing that still bugs me to this day is like they have cell phones. They are in a modern day society where cell phones exist. The whole beauty of Home Alone originally taking place in the 90s is that cell phones weren't as common.
Yeah,
So it would make sense for them to need to go all the way fucking back to get him or to
yeah.
get to him.
That's true. That's true.
What? It's so fucking stupid. Like that Home Alone now wouldn't like oh mom just like oh mom dad like they're about to take off. Oh mom dad you guys left me at home. Oh shit. Get off the flight. Get home to the kid. The end. Like
Well, the biggest problem I have with this movie are actually the things that I liked, which is super weird. But the
yeah, sure.
concept that they went for here is that they'll make the thieves likable, and I think kind of unintentionally they made the kid very unlikable. And that is a very core issue with making a Home Alone movie where you're supposed to root for
Yeah,
a
you need to
kid.
balance it.
Yeah.
You need to balance it.
Well, I
Cuz
don't
like
think you have to balance it. Like the thieves just have to be bad, and the kid just has to be likable for the concept
Yeah.
of the traps at the end to work. But
Look, I liked Ellie Kemper. She originally played Erin in The Office. She's the one who plays Pam McKenzie, one of the thieves in the movie.
she was
She did
good.
a good job. She did a decent job.
Both of the thieves were great. Like I actually
Yeah,
have
they were
no
great with
issue.
what they were given. Honestly, like I didn't have any issues with them. No issue. But put them up against the original thieves from the original duology. Come on.
Honestly,
Like you,
I wouldn't mind putting these guys up against them, but like I said, the core issue is you want to see these, or like you should want to see these guys get burnt and beat up and go through all these
yeah,
traps.
exactly.
And
Yeah, but like
going
yeah,
into
as
the
you were
finale
saying,
of this movie, you're like, do I really want to see these guys, fall into all these traps? Do I really want to see that, little fucking fat brat who looks like a young fat Hitler or whatever? Do I really want to see
young
him
fat Hitler.
succeed? No, like that guy was a fucking idiot, and that's no issue like for the kid that played him because he obviously has talent. He was actually in Jojo Rabbit, so he actually
Yeah, no. Thing is, like, what was his name?
in parts his performance is good, but like the way the character is written is just so stupid, and the lines that he's
Yeah.
given is just it's retarded at times.
Thing is,
So
he's a good actor.
yeah,
Like as
yeah.
you said, he was in Jojo Rabbit, like the side character. Like they
And
were genuinely, it was he did a genuinely good job as like the comedic relief in Jojo Rabbit. Like
Yeah.
he was probably one of the best parts in Jojo Rabbit.
and
But
he was also solid here, but he just wasn't as likable as the kid in the original.
Macaulay Culkin, of
course.
because like what I love about Macaulay Culkin's Kevin McAllister is that like there's a good balance of charm and asshole that like you can't help but love him.
Sorry,
It's cool.
Marvin was
It's cool.
barking
It's
over
cool.
here. So yeah, that kind of like that's like my only issue. Otherwise, it's actually a pretty solid film. But the reason it's like for me, it could be it would be a 5 normally, or maybe even a 6 because it really is solid. But it's a Home Alone movie, and at everything Home Alone related, this movie just sucks. Even the traps
Exactly,
themselves
like,
are like terrible. The only
like if you look at the original traps, like Home Alone 1
Yeah.
versus Home Alone 2 versus these traps in this movie, like you'd think Kevin McAllister is like MacGyver versus this kid. Cuz like
Yeah.
the
yeah.
cuz the beauty of what makes Kevin McAllister like such a good like hero is that like he's not a genius. He's just a kid who wants to protect his house and takes a shit ton of time to plan every single thing and knows the house like the back of his hand. That's it. That's all he has to him. And like it shows through every single trap that he sets, but still like the thieves aren't the smartest, but they're not idiots. But like
I
he still
mean,
manages
they
to get
are.
them.
They are.
Oh, the original or the new ones?
Oh, the originals. These new guys were actually pretty smart.
I mean, what I love about fuck. Okay, so what I love about the original villains, truly, is that like you can't like they're just so funny.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
true. That's
help but like them.
They fit Home Alone perfectly. Like
They are like the perfect kind of villains that you'd want in like a cheesy comedic
Yeah.
like kids movie about a kid who's stuck at home and like needs to protect his house from like burglars.
yeah, they fit perfectly.
They do, exactly. So, but again, like a major difference between the two is that like Home Alone for its own time was a very creative and out there film. So like doing it again now just seems very repetitive. Like again, not to like the repetitivity of it, it doesn't bother me. But the only issue that I have, like, okay, sure, remake the concept, but like add new interesting aspects to it.
I mean,
Like
that's
at least
that's what they kind
at
of
least-
tried, but they turned the aspects
it didn't
that
go well.
they played around with aspects that are like key to make a Home Alone movie work. Like
Exactly. I'll give you an example. Home Alone 3 was not the best, but not the worst movie, but it actually had the interesting aspect of a plot twist with, like, turning out the butler was helping the robbers get into the house and, like, steal, and, like, attack the house and steal everything. So,
You mean the rich one?
Yeah, the rich one. That was Home
Wa-
Alone 3.
Wasn't that Home Alone 4?
No, that's 3.
Because I'm pretty sure Home Alone 3 is with Scarlett Johansson with a young.
No, Home Alone 4 was with Scarlett
Okay,
Johansson. Because the Home Alone
sorry.
3 was the one with the RC. No, Home Alone 4 was the one with the RC car. Home Alone 3 was the one when they switched out Macaulay Culkin with the other kid, but they still had the main dad. Like, he got divorced, remarried, and all that. Like, he was still known as Kevin McAllister.
They actually that movie actually is pretty solid. Like
It
it's
is, exactly. Like, it's not the best, it's not the worst. Like, it's solid for what it is, especially, like, it
like
had a good change of concept.
yeah, but
Especially, like,
even like the traps were like they're not
they were good.
nostalgic, but they're good. Like it's
They
like
were.
it's like a streaming film that you would normally watch. Like it's not something that you would put on, go to the movie theater or something. But it's like a solid, little Christmas movie, and that's kind of why I wouldn't mind seeing more Home Alone movies. Like if you just
I
make
mean,
more of these adventures, it doesn't have to be same kids. Like it could be like whoever around the world, just kids, defending their house against thieves. You could do so many of these. It's like, come on.
you can, but, like, you can't change the secret sauce. You can't.
Yeah.
Because, like, there are key aspects to the film that, like, you can't change. What made Home Alone so good originally was that the robbers were kind of idiots, while the kid, he was a normal kid who just knew how to plan well, and it all came from a good place of wanting to
But
protect
he
his
was,
house.
and
That's
he
it.
was like likable above all. Like
Yeah,
that's the thing that
exactly.
you really
Like,
have
a
to do.
likable character.
Even though like
Because,
the
like,
Macaulay Culkin does like Kevin does stupid things.
like
He does but it's like
yeah.
charmingly stupid.
He's charmingly stupid, but, like, at the end of the day, he's a good kid.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not
he may be-
irritating. Like this kid
No,
was
he's
straight up
not irritating
irritating.
at all. Like, if you look at Kevin McAllister through Macaulay Culkin, like, he seems like a cute, fun kid.
Yep. Exactly.
Like, an idiot here and there, sure, but, like, a cute, fun kid nonetheless.
But
This kid,
honestly, again, like based on the trailers, I was pretty pleasantly surprised. Like I wasn't bored. I at no point was I like I'm gonna turn this shit off. I was always like this is solid, but like when it comes to the Home Alone, it just didn't work.
it
And
doesn't.
yeah,
It doesn't work as a Home Alone movie. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It, as a movie, it's okay, but it
Yeah.
doesn't work as a Home Alone movie. Especially with, like, the aspects that they change, it just kind of, like, it twists it too much in the wrong direction. If you're looking at it from the perspective of a Home Alone movie. But actually, one thing that I did enjoy was the reference that they put in of having Buzz McAllister as the officer in the movie. That was actually a really nice callback.
Yeah, how they played around with that actually pretty worked out well. Like
Yeah, that worked out really well, actually.
like logically, even a lot of things in this movie actually were like that they actually thought about how the Home Alone would work in today's era.
I mean, sort of, kind of, but, like, again, there's the aspect of you can call the house. He can text the parents.
Yeah, like I
Like,
with the
he
German
could
grandma
shoot
thing,
them-
everything like with the German grandma was like, oh my god,
It was
stupid.
good.
really?
I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed it.
I enjoyed everything with the burglars essentially, like their
Oh no,
entire
the burglars were good. Look, the burglars scenes for me personally, again, I feel like you're kind of ripping off the originals with that specifically, but they did a good enough job. Like, you can't hate them for what they're trying to do, especially, like, trying to create different characters than the originals. So, no disrespect to that at all.
Honestly, I hope they make like another Home Alone. Like they do a different, iteration again. I don't know if with this kid or with someone else. I mean, you could do this kid again because like he didn't go up against straight up, burglars. So you could do another situation, give him like
Yeah, technically they weren't even, like, actual thieves though.
yeah, exactly. So you could give this guy another chance, and I wouldn't mind seeing another one because like
Yeah.
it going back to watch Christmas movies, like it's always sometimes it gets repetitive, so I always love when there's a new one. It's just that like gets you in the spirit. And Home Alone movies,
Of course.
they're never terrible. Like
There's no such thing. Okay, the only bad Home Alone movie I could think of was Home Alone 4, the one with the RC car. That was just like I
I
like the
didn't mind it.
aspect of the remote control car, but everything else was just like
I I I
terrorists out of everything. Terrorists. You're pinning world-class terrorists against a 10-year-old.
I mean, it kind of it's a Home Alone movie. Like if
Idiotic home burglars versus terrorists. World-class terrorists.
oh well,
There's no, at least like with dumb burglars and like a quick-witted kid, there's a benefit of the doubt, but like
I mean, yeah. Well, anyway,
terrorists.
I still hope to see
Anyways,
another one. I feel like we've said everything we wanted to say. It's a very quick episode.
yeah.
Very
But wait,
quick.
question,
Go ahead.
question. What would you rate the original to? I'm curious.
The
We don't
original.
have to make it official because like we already have the official scores for Home Sweet Home Alone, but
I
like
mean,
headcanon.
the original, just
Yeah.
just based on like it's super subjective. It's super subjective, but just
I know
based
you're gonna go off of nostalgia here. I know. I
yeah,
know.
just because of nostalgia, subjectivity, all the stuff that like I should completely count as irrelevant, but they are not for me. So watch Home Alone always one time a year during Christmas.
Same here.
It's a 9, the original, and
For me, I know. Like for me, subjectively, it is a 9 for me.
Yeah.
Like I love the hell out of Home Alone.
and
Like
the second one is a little worse, but it's still very good. I'll give that one an 8, 7,
I
8.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I give it like an 8.5. I still enjoyed it, especially like the aspect of a new fish out of water environment in New York. But like, yeah.
But the original one, just like kind of nostalgia and like the music, the vibe that it gives
The
you.
John
Yeah,
Williams score slaps. The
exactly.
John Williams score for the original Home Alone slaps. Like it's stuck every Christmas. As soon as it turns December, the soundtrack plays in my head. Like no joke.
Like at Walmart, they always make the mistake of playing some,
Like Mariah Carey or
Yeah,
some
exactly.
shit.
They should just play
They should
exactly.
the
It would just give
score
me the
from Home Alone.
Exactly. I would buy everything. I would buy literally everything just to hear that. I would be like, oh sure, whatever. There you go,
Yeah.
Walmart.
Take my money, Walmart. Let me hear more of that sweet, sweet John Williams.
Home Alone at Walmart. That should be the new movie.
What, Home Alone and Walmart?
Yeah. Forgot at home.
So instead
at
of being
Walmart.
stuck at home, like a poor clerk kid is stuck in a Walmart over Christmas and two guys are trying to break. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Holy shit, that's actually not a bad idea.
I should contact Disney. If if Disney's watching
hey.
this, I'm into this.
Hello?
Oh wait, shit. Bob Chapek.
Yes.
I wish.
No, Bob.
I wish.
No, fuck, right. No, Bob. I was gonna say Bob Iger, but Bob Iger apparently retired, so.
He might be back actually.
Oh, seriously?
What I heard, I'm not sure. Like it's not official, but we'll see.
We'll see. Well, anyways,
Home
this was
Alone.
probably the shortest special we've had.
Yeah, but like, hopefully next year we'll have more Christmas to do.
Yeah. I mean, we'll figure something out definitely.
Well,
Like, we
100%.
can go for like a couple other classic Christmas movies because we could have just talked about The Nightmare Before Christmas because that would have been a good merge.
Well, anyway, so we got this episode done. Next week we'll be
Well,
dropping.
not
our-
next week, but like probably within the next couple of days because
Yeah.
we want to get this out before end of the year. So we actually have a video coming out, which is a basically it's us talking about our top 5 most anticipated films of 2022.
2022.
So
Exactly.
yeah, Look forward to that.
And then we'll review our best movies of 2021, our least favorite movies, or like most disappointing movies of
But those
2021.
that's most likely gonna come out like in January after like we
Of
have
course,
that little
yeah,
break of
because
New Year's and everything. But
I
yeah.
actually still didn't have a chance to watch The Kingsman because I'm currently in Czech Republic and the movie doesn't come out until January 6th. So we'll see if that qualifies for but it will qualify for 2021 because theoretically it did release, but I could sneak it
I
into
mean,
2022
it's
if
a
I like
Kingsman
it.
movie.
I
It's a Kingsman movie. Like
it
consistently, they've never been bad. Like they've always been pretty solid. So,
Also we have to get our Spider-Man No Way Home review out at some point.
oh, I've already watched it 3 times. I am so ready. I am so ready.
Me too. Me too.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We look forward to actually seeing you on our last episode of the year within the next coming couple of days or so. But until then, happy late holidays.
Yeah.
And, well, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya.